Happy New Year and welcome back to my Kazon Raider lit build. You may have noticed a change of name to the channel. We're now known as Model Studios. This is to go along with another Star Trek project I'm involved with, Retrek Podcast, which you can catch on Krypton Radio at 11 AM and 11 PM every Wednesday GMT time. Right, I've done quite a bit recently. We've put down the base coat on quite a few of the parts. We've used Tamara Brown KF72 for this. It's very similar to what's seen on screen, so I'm quite happy with that. We've been doing quite a lot of electronics. I've got all the LEDs in place for the windows in the main hull. I've also got the LEDs in place for the tusk. I've got the left-hand nacelle put together, also with its clear parts installed. The right-hand nacelle has all the LEDs in place. I've started fitting the clear parts. Last two to fit still, and then that can be sealed up. We've glued all these pieces together. These, what else have we done? We've got one of our clear parts that's going to be installed in here, cut, ready for painting. Got to make the one for the other side. So where are we going next? So next, obviously, we're going to get the right-hand nacelle fitted together. We've got some putty work and touch-up to do on these. So it's this seam I want to cover up, and I use perfect plastic putty as it's quite fast drying and dries very fine, easy to sand for a nice smooth surface. And I use syringes to apply my putty. It enables me to have a very fine line, so I'm not sanding putty off all over the place. I've got the LEDs for these windows on both sides to fit. Obviously there's this part that we keep speaking about that we don't know what it's for. If anybody doesn't, please say in the comments, but that's got to be lit up. What else have we got to do? Going back to these windows, I've having a bit of a problem to put an LED behind here with the other part that's going to be lit up different colours. Is going to be hard to stop the colour bleed. So I came up with an interesting solution for this. And using an old stand I'm not going to be using again. If you look closely, you can see I've drilled out a couple of holes. I fitted an LED behind the holes. Then I've coated it in 5-minute epoxy, plastic welder. Nice easy product to use. Put a layer of black paint over it so that'll light block quite nicely. If you bear with me, I'll show you a lot of these lighting effects that I have now. So first up, this is the test LED. This only has one coat of black paint, but you can see it's blocked out most of the light, as second coat would take all that out. And there we can see how it comes through on the other side. We're getting a bit of a Raphael effect, but that's because there's no light blocking. But I'm quite happy with that, how that's going to look. Next we have the tusk. I can see the windows on there lit up. And the same on the other side. This is light blocked, so there isn't any light leaking. So it's quite nice. Next up we have our nacelle. So the two warp engines, nicely lit. Let's turn it round. The buzzard collector, so I'm quite happy with that as well. We also have the other nacelle, all the LEDs in place. You can't see it on this camera, but the light is diffused on the side warp cell where I've got the clear parts fitted. And finally we have all the windows on the main hull. So three at the back, those in the centre for the engineering section. All our bridge lights. Obviously there's a lot of light leak as this is just dry fitted. But all lit up all the way round. And obviously apart from where seams are and great big gaping holes, there's no light bleed. So I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to get my bottom windows installed next. My right hand nacelle. The clear parts, both sides painted. These bits putted up and touched up. And then we'll get back with another update. Thank you for watching and stay trekking.